this guy is going to be covering one side of the road. Find cover. Can't find cover, find some type of concealment. You have a second come across the road and cover the other end. Same thing. Once we get this secured, that's when everybody's going to file across one at a time. Last man will grab this guy, come across, and this guy will grab this guy. What we'll actually do here is set up an ORP security. Once we're across, we'll assess, we'll get back into another formation. Hand signal for linear danger areas across the chest. We can actually do this because we've got a road here. So we can actually get into that later. Bring this down to over there, understand what this is.
This is basically an all-around defense. There's a leader in the middle, covering all points, 360 degrees.
If I have gone too fast, let me know. Anybody got any questions?
They can watch the video after.
Okay.
And don't forget, I got literature, so y'all can take something home and study on it too. It shows you all these movements and who the designated person is in the team and so forth.
Now, when we come up to like the road and stuff, are we gonna be followed up in line with the road, or are we gonna be in our wedge formation?
All
So,
right.
like, who would?
What we would, okay, I got you. What we would do, say we're in a wedge, team leader comes up on a linear danger area. What we do, so everybody halt, freeze, whatever. He'd bring two of his guys up after he motions. He'd motion linear danger area. So I'd stop, motion back, bring my two guys up. You get that point, you get the other point. After that, we'll file across. Set up 360 degree security. Once we get across, we'll probably go back into a wedge. Terrain, deciphers that. Let's see. Guess I'll go into row 1T.
This is probably the most complicated.
Yeah. All right, let's say we come across an area. We're going into a building. We're gonna do, let's say we got a long hallway. Alright, we're gonna move at one on this one. This guy is covering this area. This guy is covering the other side. This guy's straight forward. And this guy's on rear security. Whole point of that is he's got more of a vantage point to the opposite side. He's got another vantage point to the opposite side. He can see straight. He catches the rear in case anybody comes up behind him. We'll get into stacking. Like, let's say there's another hallway leading that way. We'll get into that later. This is using urban type deals. I dealt with a lot of this in Iraq, especially around Baghdad. I mean, I've been in hallways where 4 or 5 feet across and we're shoulder to shoulder going down a hallway. You got anything on this? All right. These are pretty much views that we'll be dealing with.
Now, who would take like each point? Or specific, like say, long range ARs, AKs. I mean, who would take each point? You know, in the initially.
That's all on circumstance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this would actually be up to the squad leader or the team leader. If the squad leader's not there, the team leader's obviously in charge. But
Right.
but that'd be under circumstance where we need to address the firepower and what range and so forth. But as you all see here, you know, we're not an actual military unit. We don't have the option of automatic weapons and stuff like that. So basically everybody's going to be a rifleman. So we'll just have to play it like that. And if we are doing rolling T's and stuff like that, and obviously we're going to pull 12 gauges out, those are going to be a necessity.
It'd be lovely for rolling take shotgun.
So I don't know how many of you here have a tactical shotgun. I do. So that's a good amount of firepower right there, especially if you're clearing rooms. But other than that, I don't have nothing else on that. We'll get to that, I guess, down the road in the future.
Yeah. I guess I can go a little over a single room clearing. Alright, if we ever had to clear a room, we'd all stack up right outside the door. Usually, we use the rear guy who will come up, breach the door, whether it was with a battering ram, a foot, whatever. As soon as this is all fast as hell. As soon as he kicks that door in, first guy will take the path of least resistance, which the door is opening that way. So I would have gone in this way. I'd have first scanned completely across. So once he goes in, the second guy will come in and button hook. Same deal. Completely scans the room. Most of the time I was the first guy in anyway. You go in that door, shoulder check the shit out of that door. Because hell, you don't know if they're behind it, whatnot. Usually my third guy would come in and just stand behind it. Make sure there's nobody behind there. The guy who's kicked in the door pulls rear security. We'll pull him in once we clear the room. That's about all I got on that. Just a single room clear. Any questions on anything?
So once your breacher comes in, maybe he pumps 2 rounds into a hinge and then kicks it over. I don't know, maybe he uses a ram. Marine Corps, we'd use blast charges, all kinds of different things. And we'd have a blanket man, all kinds of stuff. So there's so many different options here. But as soon as the breacher reaches the door, Joe's point man comes in, he's obviously just not going to barrel into the house and run straight into it, because obviously somebody could be here and make contact just like that. So what he's going to do is he's going to come around and slice the pie so that he gets visibility of the entire room before he even enters it. Now, everybody understand what I'm talking about here? Yeah. You just don't immediately just run right in. You got to come around, sweep, and then enter. And it's fast paced too, so you got to be on your toes.
Yeah, you're literally on each other's heels when you go in the room. That's what I'm about. You hit your first point and then come across.
And it's a lot of shoulder contact to let the other guy know what you're doing, and when you're ready to go and he moves, pushing, and so forth. So we'll get into all that. That's way advanced for what we're doing right now. But
where's your driving range? Right there. Anyways, Rob's got some literature on all this stuff. It's basically just to get a warm and fuzzy with it. Me and Robert will probably get together and make a SOP for the group, because it is a little different than the military, because you have designated people, you have the numbers, you have everything. And we'll go more into that at a later FTX once me and Robert can get up and actually make one. I guess we can do some movement, some wedges around the field. Sure.